Yo, I didn't even know if I was back, guys, but welcome, welcome. Waiting for a couple things to come through for the 9 Thieves. Gotta do some checking, but we should be able to get things started soon. Just wait up and enjoy. Goodbye, music. What's up, Wolf, Magic, Hachi? Got a new contest coming up. Send you guys the details in a bit. Pretty excited about this one.
Oh, can they hear me? Should I mute myself?
They can hear you, but I can mute you too.
I can. Oh, it's fine. But it looks like GOP is here.
Okay. I muted you, so you're free to say anything. No. I muted you, so you're fine. Like stream can't hear you. I could hear you though. No. When does DOB skin come out? Anyone know? Sarif, we back. Who's gonna play? Oh, you guys can't see this, but it is gonna be between 9 Thieves and GOP. 9 Thieves GOP, best of 3. September 2023, huh? September 9th or the 16th? Oh, feels bad. Oh, I mean, I could just, right. Uh, event ends on release date. Doing a little bit of a check, so y'all just have to wait up. Y'all get to enjoy this screen, I guess. Yeah, the screen's fine. Fellow friends, family, path alike. I don't know what Mobazane, not Mobazane, fucking Assassin Dave. I don't know how he begins his streams, but it's always kind of funny to see. Kind of nice to watch him, but guys, welcome back. Man, it's been quite a day. I haven't slept in probably over 24 hours, so it's gonna be quite a cast. But guys, welcome to the 9THEIVES tournament semifinals. That's all I got, right? I forgot what the cash prize pool is and the total diamonds. Moonpie, can you send that to me? It's like 50k, 50k diamonds, $400 cash or something.
It's $600 and 50,000 diamonds.
$600 and 50,000 diamonds. Sheesh. That's a fucking prize pool, man. And the organizers, the host, no one gets any of it, huh? Just the winners.
See value in me?
There will be compensation, don't worry.
Sheesh. Y'all hear it. We getting paid. But guys, welcome. Once again, 9THEIVES tournament. I don't know what day it is. Maybe day 6. I believe tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be the finals? Or is it going to be played next week? Or do you not know yet? Maybe we don't know that. Maybe not information we have, but once again, guys, semifinals. A70, not A77, man. This is 9THEIVES versus GOP. 9THEIVES, a lot of interesting names. I mean, I've seen Basti before, but I don't know. Really, I can't really tell you who that is. Jeth QT, I've definitely seen him before. But don't have too much information on them. But on the other side, a lot of familiar faces. Kid001, formerly known as Nicolette. Quite a good mage player. You know, a little bit bummed out not to see her play in the NACT, but you know, they could do their thing. Akari, which is Rose, A77's coach, so standing on both sides of the spectrum. E7 Death, I believe that is a Latin America either jungler or EXP laner. He might be playing marksman here, I'm not really sure. Bonobo, very solid kid, coming from California. Not really sure what they're gonna be playing though with Death on the squad. It might be Bonobo on the gold. It might be Death on the gold. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Rose and Nicolette on that mid side, and then Anna, of course, a very very strong assassin player out there too. Played for Ghost back in the day, so definitely familiar faces. But guys, welcome. What's up, Wolf, Sarif, Kachi, Magic, Pandemic, Day, Jin, welcome. I got an epic skin on it, Wolf. It's still far. This is still very far from saying A77 wins the whole entire tournament. There's top 4 teams, and honestly, every team is pretty strong in order for them to get onto this point.
Yo.
Sheesh. What's up, Day?
What's up? How's everything going?
Pretty good. How about yourself? You you recovered from last night?
We're gonna pretend last night didn't happen.
This man's going on mute, unmuting, bro. I'm here sitting by myself. You know, Day, I actually haven't even slept. I mean, I slept for maybe like 1 or 2 hours. But
I felt I was stuck on the toilet for about 3 hours.
okay, that's quite the information out there, but sheesh. We had a great enjoyment last night. Quite fun. A lot of survival, some in-house gameplay. I know Day lasted for, I mean, he's East, so you know, if he hung out with us the whole entire night, it'd be way too past. But you know, it was definitely a good hangout. Pretty fun. Guys, go back into the draft. Valentina first pick, nothing special. Kaja counterplay, unscanned, nothing special. The Louis though, that's a pretty different hero. We don't really see that often. Nicolette is known for her Louis, so you know, that's definitely going to be something we should be watching out for. The Brody and the Exborg. Brody, I feel like it's a little bit too early. It's a strong marksman, but there's also a lot of different marksmen that are strong. Beatrix has been a hot topic lately. Claude is still pretty good. But Brody's not bad. Does well by himself. He could build a little bit of armor, a little bit of defense, so he's going to be out there swimming. Exborg has the true damage. Also a very solid pick, especially onto the XP lane. But they could choose to flex the Exborg in the jungle, which it seems like GOP is looking to do so.
Thorns remain.
But I'm not sure, right? I feel like majority of the Exborgs, if they should be played, it should be in the XP side. I feel like jungle Exborg without the flicker or the sprint, to use the last sanity catch up to people, it's just not good enough.
Also, I am here. I have kind of like a house full right now, so I don't want it to be like super loud and noisy in the back.
Yeah, you're fine, man. Just do your thing, dude. You don't have to cast. You could just hang out. If it dies down later, you could definitely come through if you want.
Word.
Death, XP, Bonobo, gold for sure. Sorry if you talking like you know this. I mean, I know Death. I know Death is more of a XP / jungler. I know Bonobo can flex onto a lot of roles. Dude's talented, man. Seen him play everything, definitely, but he's not like a main marksman. So it's like master of all, jack of all trades, master of none. If a lot of the pro players, when they start getting into the very very top of the things, most of them will stick to 1 or 2 roles max in a tournament. I haven't seen Bonobo too many tournaments. I don't think he cares enough to play serious yet. But when I do see him, most of the time it's going to be on the side lane, either XP or gold, so both are pretty solid. And a very very interesting 1-3-1 strategy coming out already in the opening game. Best of 3 series between GOP versus 9THEIVES. Pretty exciting. Feel like it's going to be Esmeralda Golden. Oh yeah, I definitely remember Bonobo playing this Esmeralda gold all the time. He builds, you know, all damage, tries to burst people out. People don't really know how much damage an Esmeralda can do until they see true damage Esmeralda. So not true damage, but a full burst build. So it's going to be quite the surprise. It's going to be quite the surprise. Florin, Terizla. Terizla's a good ban. I'm not sure if it's warranted, but Terizla's definitely a good ban. Whoa. Yeah, Terizla's definitely a good ban. They end up flexing the X-Borg. I thought there was a good chance the X-Borg was actually going to the jungle. No, the X-Borg should be going to the jungle. The Dairos should be the one going into the side lane position to deal with the Esmeralda. But the thing is, the Esmeralda is going to go gold. Esmeralda is going to go gold. Brody's going to go XP. He's not going to be able to get the matchup unless Dairos beats both. Now, here's something weird, bro. They took the Fanny, seemingly flexing it onto the gold lane, but now they're putting it back in the jungle. I was going to say, there's no way they're going to put Bonobo not on his Esmeralda one trick he completely loves. And, you know, Anna, formerly known as Yukio, also has a very, very solid Fanny. So I was gonna say, you know, there's no possible way that stuff like this is gonna happen. But let's see how the new overlay comes through. You guys, welcome back. Give me a second. Grab a sip of water. 1-3-1 actually, yeah, in an opening game, man.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them. All troops deployed.
You guys, welcome back. 9THEIVES tournament. Semifinals. 2 great teams already. This is going to be a best of 3 series between GOP Game of Phones versus 9THEIVES. Game of Phones definitely probably has the crowd favorite, in my honest opinion. Game of Phones has a lot of noticeable people. He loves. More to take note of. Nicolette definitely has a lot of tournament experience. GOP. Death played for MPL Latin America. Bonobo, Yukio from Gosu, Rose from a bunch of different orgs. Now he's a A77 coach. So a lot of familiar faces around, and the strategy is already coming out pretty quickly. Seems like the aggression coming out from GOP is just a little bit strong. Now, what's interesting is one, Kaja did not choose to flicker. 2, the Fanny was able to grab that level 4 so quickly. Like, it was surprising how fast he was able to do it, and looks like he's going to try and get advantage once again. Cables are just too nice to handle. Yukio able to grab up that kill on the top side with no problem. A little bit of small snowball coming in from GOP's side. 2-1 is going to be the scoreboard. About a 1k gold lead. When you're talking about a gold lead, it's always not that great, especially when you have to go against a Fanny. It's really hard to deal with it. And especially in this situation where there's only 2 physical damage. There's Fanny and there's Lapu Lapu. There's just 3 magic, the Luyi, the Esmeralda, the Kaja. Side of 9THEIVES is really going to suffer if they make this Fanny a little bit more fed. Now Turtle is coming up. It's pretty low, but it seems like Jeff might route to the wrong side, but he ends up picking up that Turtle quite nicely with the retribution, along with the extra buy one get one free kill on Death. That's a solid opening coming out from 9THEIVES, grabbing back all the gold that they lost in that very early fight. That's a good sign. But bot side, 2-man teleport. Rose at that flicker pool. Not really sure if it's 100% necessary, but a kill is a kill. Actually, it was necessary. Brody definitely had flicker and was looking to go for that. The Louis ult did come down onto the bot side, but they're not able to really get too much now. 9THEIVES putting some pressure on the gold lane. I'm not sure if this is a great decision unless they're able to get that pick off. Bonobo does use that purify, so he's able to get out there relatively safely. Now Jeth on that mid side with the X-Borg. It's not that great against the Fanny. You can build Antique, you could build Warrior Boots, but Fanny's base damage and X-Borg's inability to dodge or dash around is going to hurt him quite a bit. And Fanny likes the immobile heroes, so it's kind of weird. I feel like 9T, they definitely should have prepared a little bit more, because Yukio is a relatively famous Fanny player. He did well with this hero in NACT. He's also a really great Lancelot, so he can play all the assassins, but leaving the Fanny open is just a little bit tough. But as we can see, a little bit of new UI with the Louis. Teleports bot side, but the Divine Judgment coming out from the card just a little bit too much to handle, as Bonobo is able to grab up that kill. Man, kills are just going right for the side of GOP right now. The Mage, Louis, has 2, 0, and 2. Ganked bot twice already. Fanny on the top side was able to do quite well there, able to get that pick off early on. So it's definitely going to be something that we have to watch out for. Louis with the ultimate available again. This time, where is she gonna go? Looks to teleport onto near of a top side, but chooses to back out at the very end. Yukio with this Fanny took a little bit of harass, so he should be going back. But that's the thing about the Fanny. The Fanny, it's nice, you could just go back, but the flicker play does come out. Basti is able to pick up Nicolette on that Louis, and that's gonna complete that team fight. X-Borg should be able to take this relatively uncontested, and look at the macro play coming out from that Dyra. Able to get that kill in near that mid side in the jungle, and able to get a push onto the mid. But before that, Divine Judgment comes out from both teams, but the advantage does go towards the side of 9THEIVES. But on the other end, Bonobo on this Esmeralda picking up that Brody one-on-one. Man, that's tough. That is definitely tough. What's up, Easy? Saitama gang? Rock out, buddy. Enjoy the stream. Also, guys, I just had a recent contest. It is about casting. So if you want to win one of the Edith or Xavier Beyond the Claude skin, make sure to join my server and try to find the event details. It's in there. All you have to do is send a 15 to 30 second short clip of what you think a good YUWEI cast or one of my best casting is. And I don't know if I'm on my best behavior right now, but there's definitely a lot of clips out there for you guys to catch. NACT, a lot of local tournaments. So make sure to go over there and see if you want to win a Beyond the Claude skin. But talk about another skin giveaway. There is going to be a Neon Beast, but for that, top side able to grab up 1 kill, but the bot side was also able to pick up a kill. So that's going to be a 2-for-1 trade, but at the cost of that top side tower. So I would say the advantage actually gets neutralized, because both sides have done quite well in the tower. Now this Dyroth looking to challenge that Fanny, but unfortunately Fanny's just a little bit too good. If the Fanny did not have blue though, on the other hand, it would definitely make it where it would be much tougher for the Fanny to do too much. Death still plays, yes. Maybe you can write Game of Phones versus 9T below on the scoreboard. What? 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 Isn't it there, bro? On below the score. I could. But we'll do that a little bit later. Maybe after this match. Turtle gets taken by Game of Phones. Nice retribution coming out from Anna. The last Sandy does come out onto the boss side. He should be able to pick up Bonobo. No problem. But Bonobo jukes him and outplays him. Completely outplays that X-Borg. A little bit of misplay coming out from Jeth QT. But it's all going to be good. It's just 1 kill here and there. Goldie's about 4k for the advantage of Game of Phones. Taking the lead, but it's kind of expected. And this Game of Phones is a team of all-star people. They have a lot of NAC talent from old, from new. So this is definitely something we've seen before. Now, does the Grok have that wild charge? No, he does not. He able to hit the wild charge, but does he have enough? Louis definitely has that shield coming on from the first skill. So a little bit unfortunate. I feel like if the Grok and the mage talked a little bit more, if the Grok was like, hey, my ultimate's coming up in a few seconds, might have been a chance, but also there was a good chance that Kha'Zix might actually die. Now, Retribution does come out from Anna, able to steal away that blue buff. That's going to be a rich Fanny, man. We never want to see a Fanny be able to steal the blue buff like that. And Fanny able to one-hit that Valentina just like that, man. Whew. That is definitely a Fanny that you should have banned out. Now, the Expert ultimate does come out last Insanity, but he chooses to go for death. And is he going to be able to get it? No, he's not. The Festival of Blood is just a little bit too good, along with... I don't even know what that emblem is called. Brave Smite. Able to take care of that. Death, surviving, and just continuing to winning trades here and there. 9T's got this in the bag. I hope so, man. I think he means since we can't see GOP, only 9Thieves side. We can't see GOP, only 9Thieves side. We can't see GOP, only 9Thieves side. Are you talking about this camera angle? Like this angle? I'm not that great at the observer part, but the Purify does get popped out by Bonobo, able to sustain the CC coming out from the Grok. That's just the thing about Grok versus Esmeralda or even Uranus. It's very hard to catch. It's very hard to catch people using that Grok. The wild charge comes through, but if they have the Purify, it's not really going to do too much. But the teleport coming out onto the boss side, but no one knows where they're at. The conceal play does happen, but they opted to try and defend the bot side tower while the Dairoth Enlightened one rotates safely onto the far lane. Now, putting the Esmeralda onto the far lane, putting the Lapu Lapu near the team fight, I think that's the right decision, but going up against a Dairoth might be a little bit hard. But the Divine Judgment does come out and they're able to get the pick off on Anna. That is going to be quite a huge fight, but Jet is still pretty low, so he has to be careful. He doesn't want to overkill this now. But Nobo, he should be able to do a lot of damage. The man is building straight magic, but the Grok does get chunked out and almost a double kill. Death flickers forward, but unable to get that last kill. Now Jet definitely on the chopping block is going to be going down along with Enlightened one, and ends up being a 4-for-2 trade. But the Fanny was the one that died in the very beginning, so that's actually a 4-for-1 trade at the cost of only Nicolette. It's a very, very huge advantage for the side of Game of Phones as they look to contest this Lord. And it seems like it's definitely going to go towards the side of GOP. The squad names on the top score. Oh yeah, 9Thieves. Well, that's an overlay, my friends. That's nothing to do with who's playing or not. I mean, I could try. I can try to do something here. Give me a second. Boom. We'll put on Fanny so you guys can watch the cables. Boom. I mean, it's kind of bad, but we'll leave it like this for now. Fanny comes out into that bot side, trying to pick up the kill, but didn't get too much. Unfortunately, Rose was the one that did get caught out on the Kaja. A little bit of an overextension, but nonetheless, still a pretty good trade. I feel like if GOP is able to get all the outer towers, which they're able to get that's a very good job, well done. They got 4 members here, but I don't think anything. I don't think there's going to be any engagements coming out from 9Thieves. I feel like they're caught a little bit too far behind, and they have to make sure they can get a nice, proper engagement. Maybe a pickoff onto Game of Phones. But the sustain and the tankiness coming out, just a little bit too much to handle. But I feel like Death right here might be a very interesting situation. He feels like he doesn't have a lot of the defense. He probably went for that Hunter Strike into maybe a Bloodless potentially. He went for the Bloodless, Hunter Strike, and a Dominance Ice. So he does have quite a bit of tankiness along with the lifesteal and damage. But Kid teleports away, baits out the wild charge. Man, that's a pretty good play if you ask me. I know you guys can't see it, so I'm gonna make this black. Black like the souls of the people that are watching the stream. That's as good as I'm gonna make it. It's ghetto, I understand it, it's scuff. But you know what? Life goes on. Close enough? Yes, sir. maybe y'all wanted it more prettier. I mean I could write 9 TH Game of Phones. Okay, yeah. Much better, much better, much better. Let's take a look at some of the items. A little bit of teleport play coming out to the top side, but there's no one there, so it doesn't really even matter at that point. Fanny going for the true pure damage build, has triple penetration along with the rose gold meteor. Provides a little bit of a defense, especially from the magic damage side. Esmeralda going for that true pure not pure damage, actually, just with the calamity. Not calamity, it's called the Star Lithium Scythe. Along with the book, Oracle, and Dominance Ice, relatively standard. Just the Star Lithium Scythe is a little bit extra there. Kaja going with the traditional tanky route, Dominance into Athena's, along with the Fleeting Time, so quite nice. And a very, very good reset coming out from the Grok, Basti. That's the type of thing that we like to see, right? Grok being as annoying as possible, abusing his mechanics, but he might get chased around by Bonobo, as Bonobo is looking to zone out a lot of the members, and he does have the Star Lithium, so kind of want to see him auto attack a little bit more just to see if he can get a little extra damage. Right now he's just making sure he can tank the shield, but smart play coming out from Game of Phones already. They have the rotation onto the bot side. They're looking to see if they could pick off at least a solo player, and Esmeralda is just way too much to handle at this point. Wild charge, defensive wild charge does come through. That means that Game of Phones is going to look to potentially get this Lord, and the Lord it will. Bonobo still being extremely annoying onto that top side. That's Esmeralda that, you know, we known to love. This man on that here is just a complete menace to the whole society. I mean, you guys definitely heard, but the Divine Judgment does come out with a flicker. They're able to pick up Anna relatively with ease, but Bonobo on the backside hits the immortality of Jet's QT. That might be a jungler for jungler, but it seems like the Xbox should be able to get away. Now Lu Yi able to pick up Enlighten 1 using his first and second skill, so still a pretty good trade, a 1-for-1, but they're still definitely going for more. Kha'Zix looking to see if he could go in a little bit more, but does get chunked out by the Esmeralda. That's me a kill, but the stun coming out from Death, looking to see if he could get another one, but he does end up getting punished. That's gonna be a shutdown, and I would say that's a shutdown. That's a pretty huge shutdown. A lot of the gold is gonna definitely go into the favor of Game of Phones now, and especially with the Lord coming up. And Anna being available now, they're going to be able to take this objective uncontested. Gold lead, 7k. It's not, you know, life or death situation. It's definitely easy comebackable. Nice, I like it, YUWEI. Appreciate it. Damn, the 1-3-1 with the Fanny, they don't expect that to come out. 9THEIVES just need one set with Grok. I would love to say 9THEIVES needs one set with Grok, but the Purifies from Bonobo, it's going to make it hard for them to pick up the very front line. Bonobo is 6, 1, and 2, so it's definitely a priority target that they have to try and shut down. If they don't have the answers for the Esmeralda, it might be a little bit tough, but maybe the answer is going to be Enlighten 1. So we kind of have to see. Hopefully this matchup is going to be good on his side, but the clash looking like potentially happen onto the boss side, but Enlighten 1's looking to clear that wave on the bottom side, but the Fanny is also there. Now it's gonna be a 2 versus 1 fight on the bot side, but it's a 3 versus 4 along with the Lord, so they technically should have an advantage onto that top side. They get the tower, but unfortunately no kills come across, so still a very disadvantage for 9THEIVES as they're getting just chunked everywhere from over and over. Now Divine Judgment does come out from the IMU, and they're able to pick up the Kaja, but that is just only a tank. Now the Fanny looking to see if he can get a little bit more, and he's able to pick up that Brody with relatively ease. A couple missed cables, just kind of showing that, hey man, you know, The Fanny, it's not 100% yet, but he's definitely trying to warm up. And the Tire Lock does come out, but no minions are available. And without minions, will they be able to close out this game? We'll just have to see, as Anna completely ignores everyone, able to just go in and backdoor.
Victory!
Beautiful game coming out from Game of Phones right here. Oh man, this messes up a lot of things, but you know what? You know what? Life is good. Life is okay. Y'all can deal with it. Game of Phones versus 9THEIVES. This is going to be a best of 3 series. Game of Phones able to take up the very first one. Bonobo on this Esmeralda. We've seen it and we've seen it again, man. This dude is crazy with that hero, and he definitely loves playing that. 6, 1, and 4, grabbing up MVP along with the Divine Glaive and Star Lithium. So all the solo queue players out there, if you're looking for an Esmeralda build, this one definitely does a lot of damage. Definitely Nicolette did really well early on, able to get the 2 rotations onto that gold side, making sure that the Brody is completely shut out of position and giving Bonobo a very, very good advantage. And Anna, with the mobility that he has, able to take a couple kills early on in the jungle, along with that top side, really push the momentum of Game of Phones. Now, should be moving on to game 2 relatively quickly. Make sure that we are switching sides. So things are going to be good. Grok got countered in the draft. Brody's the only hope for 9THEIVES. Man. I would love to say Brody's the only hope for 9THEIVES, but they have to figure out how they can find a winning lane. I felt like the mid was a pretty decent situation with the Grok and the Valentina. I felt like the Brody versus Esmeralda matchup wasn't even bad either, but the macro plays coming out, you know, across map with using that Louis first pick, this was just a little too much for 9THEIVES to handle. Now, guys, we are going into the second phase of draft. Not second phase, we're going to the second game, first phase of the draft. Any heroes you guys would like to see, anything that pops up that you know, makes you guys double check, be like, whoa, is that real? Is that whatnot? But guys, welcome to the stream. Rosie, hello. Xborg definitely could have carried that. I do think Xborg had a pretty good chance. It's not 100% guaranteed, but it's definitely good. In North America, the Xborg pick has been played in many different roles. We got to see an Xborg mid coming out from Imperium during the Facebook tournament. We saw Xborg jungle here. We've definitely seen Xborg on the XP side, especially when the matchup is favorable, like a Terizla matchup. I honestly think the Esmeralda matchup is quite nice too. But yeah, GG's guys, game 1. Again, this is the best of 3 series, so we are trying our best to pray for a good series. I am the solo caster here, so you know, an honest opinion, I don't want a best out of 2 games in a row, but honestly, I would not mind having this series dragged on quite a bit. I was ready for the chase with Xborger, since he has the Ice King 1 and true damage. Xborg is quite interesting. He not only has the movement speed and the slow coming in from the Ice Queen 1, he has the War Axe and Brute Force to be able to counter out a lot of the slows coming out from the enemies. And usually he's be able to move faster, so he should be able to kite. But the bad thing is, as fast as you can be, the Fanny is always going to be faster. And if the Fanny has the cables to fly around and make sure that the Xborg is going to get caught off by all the angles, it's going to be really tough. It's going to be a pretty bad situation for him. Man said yin. Of course, biggest hater, man. The biggest yin simp there is in the North American server. Wants to prove everyone that yin is a good character. And you know what? If you're coming out with that Jujutsu Kaisen skin and you're playing Yin, I'm not going to be mad about it. So let's hope Biggest Hater has that in his wallet. Hellkurt Rome is a very interesting attempt Tanjiro, but I don't think we're going to see a Hulk roam. Now, the Navaria roam is something quite cool. I think the Navaria roam does decent, especially in a matchup where enemies don't have assassins, but unfortunately you're playing against Ana, one of the highest skill assassin users in North America, has a very good Hayabusa to counter out that Novaria, definitely has a Ling and a Fanny, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a Ling getting picked up by the side of blue. Kaja gets picked up first, and man, that hero is quite good. And you know, it's quite refreshing to see Rose actually on good heroes, because the last few times I've seen him in tournaments, he would just lock like Argus or Mia, and sometimes it was good, sometimes it was just unbearably bad. But the Kaja on Rose definitely proves a lot. It proves that he wants to try and he wants to win, and he's not messing around this time. It's quite the scene. 9THEIVES, reacting to that Kaja pick, chooses to go for an Arlott. Now, Arlott is a very weird pick in my opinion. I feel like Arlott struggles compared to before. The ultimate was nerfed by a little bit. I believe maybe one of his skills also got nerfed too. So I'm kind of interested to see what a first pick Arlott is going to do, because quite honestly, Arlott has been available for almost every single team, almost every single draft, but no one seems to care too much about it. So pretty excited just to see this hero come out and play once again. The Kadita, also a very solid mage, definitely does well against the stationaries like the Eve, the Farsas, the Gourds, but against a Lu Yi, somebody with CC, the Kadita might have a hard time bodying her, because Lu Yi, quite honestly, is a very short range mage. Doesn't have the long range capability as someone like a Sicilian or a Farsa or a Gourd, but she does provide some CC, some shielding. So it's still going to do well against a Kadita, which the counter for Kaditas are definitely going to be a lot of the stuns, a lot of the CCs, and death on the Esmeralda this time. Now, guys, we cannot be baited by this pick. Why? I think death is a great XP laner, but Esmeralda on the XP, especially nowadays, it just doesn't feel like it has the brute force potential of dominating the lane completely. Now, Esmeralda has good matchups, and I do think Esmeralda is a very, very good matchup against the Arlott. The regen, the sustain come out from Esmeralda, the shield negates a lot of the damage come out from Arlott, and it's usually going to be favored. But Bonobo has done so well on this Esmeralda, and especially with the MVP come out from last game, it makes me challenge the thought of death going for the Esmeralda. But I think it's a smart pickup, right? Esmeralda went MVP, picking it up on the first phase, protects the second phase ban abilities on that hero. It's still going to do quite nice. Some of you guys are looking for the Navaria roam. I do think there's a potential that Navaria roam can be placed from 9THEIVES if they choose to last pick it. They have to make sure that Ana is not on an assassin hero like the Hayabusa, like the Lancelot, and both heroes do get banned out, but you're still leaving open a solid aspect, and that is going to be the Ling. And without taking that Ling away, Ana is still freely available to roam around and do a lot of damage. Game of Phones though right now, definitely looking to see if they could grab up a potential physical damage. They are quite lacking in that department with Esmeralda, Lu Yi, and Kaja. That is a lot of magic damage, but trying to figure out if they can grab a physical is definitely going to help them a little bit more. Now guys, if you guys are new to the stream, if you guys just came through to say hi, welcome to the 9THEIVES tournament hosted by Moontoon. It is a grand total prize pool of $600 and 50k diamonds, if I'm not wrong. Make sure to come out, support, hang out on the stream, enjoy these matches. because both teams are quite the powerhouses. Let's see. Change squad name colors. Bro, easy. That's crazy, man. I got a slave for you. Dude, I ain't changing this because once I go back to this screen, like, bro, come on. Cut me a little slack, my friend. Should have picked Boxy over Daroth. I think Boxy is a great pick. Do I think Boxy is a great pick on the XP? We definitely had that at some point. It does well against the Esmeralda. It does well against the Uranus. But I can't tell you if it does well here. Now, with a Granger being picked up, it does open the ability to go for a Navaria with the tank Martis, but it's also not 100% secure. The front lines coming out from Game of Phones, along with the early game damage, right? The Granger takes a couple items, but does quite well into that mid game. Louis and Esmeralda both do well into that mid game, and Kaja with the Divine Judgment does well overall and at any point of time. So definitely I feel like a front line is going to do good, but man, they're choosing to go for the Navaria. That's a risky play, but I do think the risk can be paid off. There's not a person on Game of Phones that has the ability to just run past the front line and go straight to the backside and get that Navaria. But on 9Thieves' side, they also don't have the front line sustainability to protect that Navaria. They have the Kadita, which can burst out 1 or 2 members, but the Kadita will be countered by the Ruby and the Louis. The CC coming out from those two might just be a little bit too much. But guys, welcome back. 9Thieves tournament. Game number 2, best of 3 series between Game of Phones and 9Thieves. Once again, 2 powerhouses. This is a semifinals. So both of these teams had to fight knit and grit all the way up to this point. So a lot of respect for both these teams. Should be jumping in onto the first game. But YUWEI, a question for you, my friend. Whose draft do you like better? Especially when we talk about the early game. And, you know, that's a good question, YUWEI. Honestly, both teams' draft look pretty good to me. I think the Kaja Louis matchup is very interesting. Interesting in a way where the Kaja should be able to get a lot of the early game harasses down. They also have the Louis, which has done well with the rotations, especially at level 4. So we should be looking for the Louis and the Kaja to do like a 2-man rotation into that gold lane. Pretty much a rinse and repeat all the time. Now Kid already looking to do a little bit of an invade. Does use a blind bush on the first and the second ability, unable to hit anyone, but it was definitely a good attempt. Now Bonobo on that Esmeralda, this is what we like to see from the Esmeralda. Early rotation, gets that clear and tries to punish the jungle. And talk about punishing the jungle, Jeff already getting his level 4 seemingly denied. And man, he's got to try and figure out how he can counter rotate, because at this point he's just going to lose out on every single camp. There's still 2 green camps on the bot side, and man, look at GOP's macro rotations already. They have, I mean, dude, I'm the cameraman. Gotta put this dude on something. But if you guys look on the minimap, bot side, already a small engagement. Death did check out that green camp near right here. You can see on my mouse. But Jeff looking to see if he can get a little bit more. He does not have the level 4, so he's still looking at it. But Yukio on this Granger, it's crazy, man. He got both the green camps on the top side. He's taking both the green camps on the bot side. He's 100% going to be out leveled on that mid, but doesn't choose to go for that. Instead, he goes for that kill and is able to pick up the Martis with ease. A complete decimation. And I'm not talking about Martis ult. I'm talking about the bullets coming out of Granger. Just hits that Martis so hard. And what? A solo kill on Ruby. Enlightened ones. What? That's huge. We definitely need 9Thieves to have winning lanes, and to have that lane on the XP winning for the first pick Arlott too. He blind picked the Arlott into any matchup and said, man, I'm gonna take care of you. And take care of you indeed. He's able to grab up that now. Jeth, a little bit more smarter this time around, does pick up the green camp beforehand, but Louis teleport does come out onto the top side, and the Claude really has to be careful right now. Maybe his BMI is going to be up there. He does feel like he's smelt that teleport a little bit a mile away, so definitely still a very good attempt there to defend. But both of them I saw on the top side. The Flicker Divine Judgment does come out, but the BMI is just a little bit too much. Now the Granger ultimate does come down and hits all three of that Death Sonata. But on the other side of the map, we do have an advantage on the XP. Mixed feelings, right? You lose the XP, you gain a lot of the gold tower onto the top side. They're able to take up that tower too, but the bot side, it's completely free. The gold plate hasn't even gotten past, it's gotten past half, but there's still a lot of health on this tower. And the Esmeralda now marching onto the box side along with the Louis teleport. That's going to be a huge shutdown onto that bot side, able to grab up the advantage and potentially siege this tower. Take a look at some of the items. The DHS has been completed by the Claude. You also got the R-Lot going for a potential damage R-Lot. That's going to be quite interesting. But the top side, Claude BMI's away, but he's definitely going to be in a deathly situation. Death. But the BMI does get away, so he's able to kind of juke away Death on that, escaping what his lane opponent is called. Now Basti on this Navaria, we're not going to see too much impact from the Navaria compared to the Kaja. That's just a point given. That's just how the matchup is going to go. But the later on this game goes, the more that the Navaria does not get shut down, the better it is for the team. But it just seems like 9THIEVES is falling all over the place right now. The front line is just a little bit too much. Divine Judgment does come out, and they're able to pick up the Martis, and that's going to be quite the kill. Onto that top side, they do not have the Divine Judgment, and the Blazing to It does clear out on the top side. Without the Divine Judgment, you know, the Rose, he's definitely just looking to zone. Now the Petrify does come out. They're able to get that stun on to Death, picking up him over and over. But that is just Death, guys. He's a 1-3-1 Ruby. There's plenty of other priority targets that you guys should be going for. Although getting a kill is always better than not getting a kill, but it is going to be a lot of utility and pressure wasted. Bot side, Jeff on this Martis uses the decimation a little bit early, unable to grab up that kill, and Bonobo safely feels like he's going to be walking on. It's even to the point where that R-Lot, which we've seen him do quite well on the XP side, chooses to go for the long way route. Kind of really tells you how this game is going to go. Not going to get that level advantage, not going to be able to do too much. I'm talking about level advantage. You see a level 7 Kaja versus a level 6 roam and mid, a level 7 XP, a level 7 jungle. Man, it's not looking good for 9THIEVES right now. 5k behind in the gold lead, about 6 minutes in. Yeah, the story is not going to be great, but we cannot count them out. Navaria has the peel available, but the flicker play does come out, but the cancellation coming out from Enlightened Ones, just a little bit too much for them to handle. But Ruby coming out from that south side, able to pick up one kill. The Kadita Petrify does come out, but unfortunately clears the lane, but just ends up dying. Now Granger, man, that dude is absolutely fed, and he completely demolishes the HP of the Claude, but does get punished by Basti. So it ends up being a 1-for-3 trade, but the side of 9THIEVES looking to still clear that mid side. The conceal play does get popped out, but Enlightened Ones definitely going to be fall here, along with that mid tower. Whew. A lot of kills, a lot of towers, a lot of the map going for the side of Game of Thrones. And it just seems like they might just snowball this game out of control. The Navaria might not even get a good time to scale into that late game. Quite a tough now. 6k gold lead for the side of Game of Thrones. Looking to push onto that 7, around the 7-minute mark. Has the jungle pressure, taking care of that red buff, and looking to get a lot of the map onto the blue side. Kid 101, not 101, Kid 001. Pressuring this blue buff quite a bit. They should be able to get that relatively nice. Kadita does ult, but the rough ways, it's the defensive rough ways, and that's something we definitely not like to see. Esmeralda does use the Falling Star Moon, but doesn't get too much. Divine Judgment does pick up that Kadita, but unfortunately unable to escape. The Kadita is just going to be a sad sashimi right now, lying on the ground. But Anna channeling a little bit of his inner Mobazane there. Chooses to go for the Navaria. I think that was a great attempt, but Navaria being a little bit too slippery. Probably has the MS available also. Does end up getting away now. Enlightened Ones. Man, he is definitely taking a good look on now, I don't even know what happened. How Esmeralda went back. The Enlightened Ones just looked at him and said, man, here you go. You can go ahead. I thought it was a teleport coming out from Louis. It was uncancelable, but seems like it was just the Esmeralda. Now looking at some of the KDAs coming out from the blue team. 5, 1, and 3 coming out from that Granger. That's going to be a priority target. Louis also sitting at a whopping 3, 0, and 5. Uncontested, unshutdownable, playing like a queen as always. But the Kaja, man. 0, 1, and 8. That's huge. But the bot side engagement coming out from Kid. That's just so extremely smart. But the BMI does come out. Able to juke out quite a lot of the spells, and Death caught in a terrible situation. He regened so much health right there. I'm wondering what he has, and he got that Bloodless. Probably got that Festival of Blood also. But Navaria was the one that's on the chopping block. Does get taken out. And that is something we don't want to see. Navaria, we want the Navaria to be able to scale. We want the Navaria to go Deathless and just clear waves from the backside. Shoots, you know, his ultimate and just kind of making sure that she can clear the waves and prolong the game. And if they're able to do so, 9THEIVES definitely have a chance. Now, they are down to their inner inhibitors towers. It's about a 10k gold lead for a 10-minute match. So this is kind of where I say, you know, the gold lead makes a pretty big difference. 10k is a lot. And if you take a look at some of the items right here, that's about a 3k difference. A 2k difference on the gold lane, 3k difference for not 3k, 1k difference for that XP position, about a 4k gap on that Granger. He's going for 10k really soon. Man, that's going to be a very tough situation. You could say both of the mages on that mid position, the Navaria, the Kadita, although I thought the Navaria is a good pick. It just feels like 9THEIVES, they didn't have the opening that they wanted. The Martis got ganked too many times in the jungle. He got denied on that top side. He wasn't level 4 on that turtle. He got picked off, and 9THEIVES just continued to struggle in terms of that experience side. And the Lord marching down the top side, the side of Game of Thrones, able to get quite a nice sync, and the pick off does come out. That is going to be a Divine Judgment used, but with the Lord being completely full health and the gold gap being so extremely big, I don't know if 9THEIVES has it in them right now to be able to defend, but the damage does come out from that Claude. Able to pick up a few of the members, but now Game of Thrones completely dominating, taking care of the business. Even looking for a little bit of a spawn kill right now, but the minions are going to come through, but I'm not sure if Anna should be able to get away now. Minions are definitely coming through. And Game of Thrones able to take this series no problem. 2-0 sweep, best of 3 series, semifinals. Congratulations to Game of Thrones, moving on to the finals where they meet the winners between A77 and Imperium. Now, talk about the game. 16-6 is going to be the overall score. 11-minute sweep match. Anna on this Granger, man. He had the perfect rotation early on. Was level 5 near that turtle spot. Completely denied Jeth on that Martis. So he definitely did his job well. Supporting casters, we got the Kaja, we got the Louis. Man, this Louis pick is quite interesting. She's definitely not showing any of her cards, going back to some of her basic heroes that she loves to play. So congratulations once again to Game of Thrones. And we will see you guys after a short break. I don't know how long this break is going to be, but we're going to add time. It's a best of 5. Sheesh. I guess we ain't moving, guys. We ain't moving. We staying here, boys. We are staying here. Oh my gosh. Rosie with a $10 emote again, bro. Why? Thank you for supporting the stream. Your undying support has been appreciated. And I, as the Mr. Baldman of North America, will not let you down. Thank you for always supporting the stream. Appreciate it. Any little bit comes a long way. It just shows the true support of the crowd. So really, 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 really do appreciate the support, Rosie. It's a best of 5 series. Yeah, man, I kept saying best of 3s until I got corrected now. Let's see. Is he talking to himself? Yes, I am definitely talking to myself. YUWEI best caster. Appreciate it. Low-key, I want to see Tigreal. Tigreal ain't a bad choice. They definitely flexed over it for a very, very long time. Best of 5 people. Game of Phones win game 1, game 2 right now. Game of Phones now definitely took the series to a 2-0 lead. And they're looking to go ahead. Now, this is where I want to see Game of Phones experiment. I don't want to see a Kaja no more, man. And quite honestly, I don't want to see that Esmeralda anymore either. So 9THEIVES opting to go for some target bans, but they have to be careful. They have to be extremely careful because the Fanny is still available. The Kaja is still available. There's just so many heroes that Game of Phones have in their arsenal. It's just going to be a little bit hard for them to do anything. Let's see. Logos want to join you cast. I mean, they could come through. Cast and Dust is open. I see Athena here. Athena gonna cast?
No, it took me forever to find you. You're in the wrong channel.
No, I don't know. It's a I don't know where the old channel.
But yeah, I'm here. I'm here to hang out with you, YUWEI. I was a little
Nice.
concerned last game when you started talking to yourself.
Oh no, I mean I definitely enjoy the conversations with myself. It's voices inside my head.
course.
Definitely not something I haven't done with myself before. As a streamer, it's quite the things that we have to do for the people in the crowd. But Izzy, hello, Rosie, Sarif, Baddie with the fatty. Sheesh. What's up, Chacho? Welcome, biggest hater. When are we gonna see a Tigreal play? Man, I bet you if you slide in a little bit of a cash money, you might see them get to play. But ooh, changing things up already. I like the Valentina first pick. I also like how Game of Thrones banned the Kaja. It's definitely a winning matchup. They won with the Kaja 2 games in a row, and denying the ability for 9THEIVES to take it for themselves is quite great. But Athena, you got something to say?
I mean, honestly, I'm just very happy to see that Lao Yi ban come out. I feel like last game, man. I believe that's Nicolette, no?
Yep, Nicolette. A little too much.
Dude, Nicolette on that Lao Yi is insane. The early rotations, just the overall map pressure coming in from Nicolette was insane last game.
And I'll be honest, this is not something new.
Hello.
What's up, Dave? Welcome.
Hi, Dave.
This is not
Yeah, I'm
something
back.
new. Nicolette on the Lu Yi, we've seen it quite a bit. So it's definitely not something to be surprised of. But the Valier pick comes out, and that for me, I feel like Game of Phones have been showing a lot of dominance in the draft. They're not looking to counter pick exactly. They're just kind of playing the heroes that they want to pick, and they're giving 9THEIVES all the leeway to pick whatever they decide to pick. So Game of Phones definitely showing a masterclass of mechanics, macro abilities, micro abilities to dominate this game. And whoa, opening up with a 3 magic once again, man. Not Death Day.
I did want to say right now, while it's early in the picks, I don't like the glue pick going against the Valentina, nor do I like the Valor, just because of the simple fact that if Valentina decides to take Glue's ultimate here, it could be a big problem for all of them.
Potentially, but you also have to realize that Valentina's a very squishy unit. I like the Glue ultimate. I also like the Edith ultimate. And, you know, with the Purify coming out from the Valier, it's honestly not a bad choice either. But if you take the Glue ultimate, it's kind of like taking the Franco. You don't have the armor to sustain a lot of damage. you're going to be bursted out quite quickly. You can use the spells that Glue has, but he's going to get chunked down quite a bit. Let's see. Let Logos in, bro. He wants to cast. Yeah, he could cast. Tell one of the mods to drag him in.
I do feel like the Lancelot pick was a little early coming from Jeff, only because they are still in the mid lane XP switch, which it could be another possibility that Edith is going gold lane.
Nah, sure. It's not a bad choice. Decided Game of Phones, they've went with a 1-3-1 composition for the last 2 games. I wouldn't be surprised to see another 1-3-1 coming out from them. But Game of Phones, it's kind of like a pattern right now. I can't say like I'm reading them because they're dominating these games, but they love to open with 3 magic. They just love the mage early. They love the roam early, and they pick the flex XP in the gold, right? They have the glue, they have the Edith, so that's 2 flex. You can also go glue roam, you go Edith roam, both solid picks. But yes, guys, welcome to the stream. What's up, Mobile Wolf? The Lao Yi. Yeah, I know she's drunk. Maybe
Is the proof that
maybe LOU means Lao. It's kind of Lao. Loud. Lao Yi. LOU. Loud Yi. Ah, makes sense.
Makes sense.
For a white girl. Makes sense.
See, why you gotta drag me into this, bro? I'm just here. I'm just here.
No, she's just here for the supporting cast, but appreciate you being here. Fella, good morning from India. Good morning from sunny California, man. Welcome to the stream. IDK man says !VC. Unfortunately, you cannot find me right here, but if you want, I don't have the 9THEIVES Discord. I could here. I will send the Discord in the chat there if you guys want to join the 9THEIVES Discord server. 9THEIVES Discord server. Boop. And I will pin my own comment so you guys can join through, hop on in, say hi in the general chat, argue if you guys like to. You guys can do anything. Probably just you guys just can't be saying some stupid shit. But yes, Athena Day, YUWEI on the caster's desk right now. Yes, we got a 3-man caster desk. Uchiha Dragonil says good morning. Welcome, my man. Anime enthusiast.
Wait, that's why is that 2 animes in one?
No, he's got 3, bro. He's got D too. That's One Piece. This man's Naruto, One Piece, and I don't know what the other one is.
Fairy Tail.
Fairy Tail.
Yeah, it's not Sudragni.
Okay, but draft finished up from both sides. It is going to be an Edith Realm. They choose to go for a marksman this time around with the glue, so very traditional front to back comp. They're not running the 1-3-1s anymore. 9THEIVES, on the other hand, chooses to opt for that Lolita, which does well. Does well against the Valier, does well against the Edith, and also the Beatrix. But there's still quite a bit of CC, right? The Valier has the pushback away along with the Purify. Glue has the first and the second skill, and he also has that flicker ability to be able to kind of just stun up any of the targets. They also got, no, they don't got anything else past that. But guys, welcome. Match number 3, best of 5 series between 9THEIVES and Game of Phones. This is going to be the semi-finals for the 9THEIVES tournament. So if you guys are interested, make sure to come out to the Discord. The Discord link is pinned in the comments. So come out, say hi, vote for your favorite team, talk about your favorite players, do anything. I was gonna say like strip or some shit, but a little bit too early for that.
Maybe not anything, guys.
Maybe just don't do anything at all, actually. But 9THEIVES opening with a double buff, start rotations. We like that. It's a very good strategy. Definitely helps the Lancelot quite a bit. On the other hand, they have this Beatrix and Hayabusa hitting this top side buff, and that is definitely going to be quite well. But Bonobo, a little bit unfortunate, misses out on the very first minion. That is going to be quite a hit for the Edith. He's not going to be able to get that level 2 as fast as early, but it is just the early game. It's only 1 minute in, so it's not really that big of a difference. But bot side, Basti gets that stun on that glue, but ends up turning around, man. That man is just a little bit too chunky. And Jeth looking to see if he could grab a little bit more of the jungle. Seems like the rotations just aren't that great yet, but Anna looking to see if he could steal that, and he had the retribution, so he took the gold, he took the cabbage, he took the Bulbasaur, looking to get that extra retri. So Anna on this jungle, man, the situation feels very, very nice for him. He's kind of grooving on this Hayabusa, but the level difference is not too much. Jeth is able to get the 4 a little bit before Anna here. You can also see, I believe, the roam, there's just a little bit of an experience difference. You see Basti at that level 3 and Rose just barely getting into that level 3. So it's just going to be a couple seconds off. It's not going to be a pretty big deal breaker. Kid in this eye bush, and this is one of the most aggressive bushes in the game. We definitely like to see when mages grab at least one side of this bush or even the roam. But 2 minutes in, the gold lead is still even. This is the opening that we like to see coming out from 9THEIVES with the glue, with the little grab and the split. No split yet so far, but definitely doing his little grab. Able to chunk out Basti, so that is going to be a kill potentially, but Basti does get that flicker out, and the split does come out, and Death, oh my gosh, gets that outplay. He already had the mark available on the Lolita, but he was honestly caught out in a very bad situation. There was nowhere where Death could kind of live and survive, but with the Lolita not backing out completely is definitely a huge misplay. The turtle goes to the side of Game of Thrones along with the very first blood. Any of you guys want to add anything?
I mean, we are a minute behind YUWEI, but so far this seems like it's gonna be a really good early game, and I'm excited to see what happens late game.
She said a minute behind. That is totally my bad.
No, it's cool, it's cool.
Well, put on the stream now for you.
Thank you so much.
Definitely got a pick off. They're able to pick up the Edith, so that is going to be a little bit of gold coming back to the 9THEIVES sides, but they're still down 1k, but this 1k is definitely better than being down 2k and 3k compared to the last match. So 9THEIVES already doing much better than the match before, and Lion One's on this bot side should be able to handle his own situation. So the classic rotation coming out from Game of Thrones, they love to target this gold lane, making sure that Bonobo has the ability to get away. Now Jeth already used his dash, so I feel like he's definitely not going to look to fight quite a bit. Now Kha'Zix grabbing up a very interesting ultimate. We don't really see this often, the Hayabusa ult. It does damage, and I guess it works decent, but I can't really tell you if it's going to be a good ultimate or not. Akiri does use the Primal Wrath, looking to see if he could get anything out of it. Maybe a little bit, just a little bit of extra damage, but both sides chooses to disengage. Anna already moving on to the next objective, seeing if he could get a pick onto this mid side, but the body does come out from the Enlightened Ones. He does know that both those members were in that bush, but Anna on this Hayabusa a little bit too nice, and Enlightened Ones actually got juked out by Nicolette, a little bit of a DDR move, and she's able to get away unharmed, unscattered, as the punish goes on to Basti. 1-for-0 trade, and top side, man, Bonobo does get taken out by the Claude. Now Anna's already there, so it should be a pretty free kill. The BMI has not come out, and he chooses to back out onto the mid side, so he's definitely going to be able to get away. The Bravest Fighter stance comes out from the Lapu Lapu, and Enlightened One able to definitely light that one up. And headed on to this mid phase, 5 minutes in. Some of the items are definitely being completed. You can see the Ice Queen wand already being prepared by the Valier. We love that. Lancelot opting to go for more of a damage route, going for the Hunter Strike instead of a standard tank build. And man, Observers just missing kills left and right, man. Dude, Genji says drag me, please.
That's crazy.
Bro, Genji, join any server, bro. I'll drag you. This man actually got some things to say, so join any server, bro, or join any voice channel, and I got you. Best of 5 series, guys. Best of 5 series. 9 Thieves, 0 wins. That's crazy, bro. Oh yeah, compared to GOP has 2 wins, so it is 2-0. Thank you. This is the best of how much? This is the best of 5. So this is gonna be game 3, and Game of Phones already has a 2-0 lead. And once again, thank you guys all for watching the stream. Anna getting caught out a little bit, and it looks like he's gonna try to get the punish, but he does get hit by the tower, so that's gonna be a free kill for the Claude, and that's huge. But unfortunately, no assist coming out from Lapu Lapu, but it is still gonna be a solo kill for the Claude, so he's gonna be doing quite well himself. Now, they're able to grab Jeth in the jungle, in his own jungle. This is something we don't want to see. Junglers, when they get killed in their own jungler, that's when, you know, they start raging and they get upset. And it honestly pains me to see something like this, but it does happen in professionals quite often. You can even see Mobazane getting destroyed from time to time, so it's not a surprise that Game of Phones is able to take the early advantage, the aggressiveness with all the micro plays, the macro mobility that they have. But Bush secured for the red. They have great vision. The conceal play does get popped, but I feel like it's a little bit preemptive. Members of Game of Thrones looking to set up on this top objective here, but the members of 9 Thieves also looking to see if they can get a taste of this turtle. Now, Basti with the Lolita, he has the flicker play available and it's definitely coming out, but the cancellation and also outplay coming back from Game of Phones is just a little bit too much. It almost felt like they read 9 Thieves like a book. The flicker play was going to come on. He had a great setup, but they definitely knew the flicker play was coming on. That's one of the reasons why we don't see the Lolita as often anymore. Everyone knows the flicker play comes out, and when the flicker play does come out, it is just a absolute shit show. But yes, bot side able to get that solo kill. That's quite nice. That's quite nice. Now, Logos, you in the VC.
Yes, sir.
Want to explain some stuff?
Oh, I just hopped in. I'm not really sure what's happening. So I heard it's 2-0 lead.
Yeah, 2-0 lead
On
for
the
the
side
side
of
of
GOP.
Game of Phones. They're definitely the ones taking the advantage, and they're definitely taking this game up to 4K gold lead 8
Yeah.
minutes in.
Yeah, what I did notice first the second game is how on top of things GOP's jungler is regarding his rotation.
Oh, it's clean, right?
Yeah, it's so calculative. It's,
Yeah,
it's no wasting time at all.
He definitely knows how to play the jungle matchup, and I could say it's definitely due to the fact that he was an NACT jungler. Now Death using the grab and the split, able to grab up the Lolita, but the Luminum Blast does come out, and that might
Beatrix
just be
is able
enough.
to escape.
Yeah, the Beatrix able to escape, but the Claude was also living. Now, is the Lancelot able to grab Death? He's able to pick up that hero, but at what cost? He does use that Retribution, so both teams actually using the Retribution right there. So no objectives, at least so yet. They might look to do a
Going up
slow
pretty
lord.
soon. Yes, sir. Well, we have a monetary pause. YUWEI, do you tell your viewers it's Athena's birthday today?
Oh, happy birthday, Athena! But I do think
Thank
most
you.
of my viewers
Thank you.
have gone to the Rager that we threw last night.
hmm
I did pretty early.
If you guys want to catch future ragers in the future, please stay tuned at discord.gg/YUWEI.
Yes.
Wow.
Definitely, for sure. If you guys are interested in a lot of the survival, a lot of the shenanigans, a lot of the 5 versus 5 in-house, we even got, you know, casters, beautiful casters like myself and Eunice. So definitely a lot of fun in the
And
server.
Day,
but-
don't forget Day.
Oh yes, beautiful caster like
Day
Day.
is up.
Day's the upcoming one, so he's got to prove his spot. But
Day.
So
Back-
we did see a
go ahead.
non-contested Lord. Wow.
Yeah.
They couldn't contest.
It's
That was good.
it's kind of you know, we could kind of see that coming. 4K gold lead. Side of 9 Thieves, although it's still a 4K gold lead, it just feels like they don't have the map. They don't have the ability to walk around their jungle safely, and that is going to take away a lot. Even like the gold lead almost doesn't even make a difference. If they have the map, then they have everything, but the conceal play does get popped from the Edith. He's definitely looking to set, but a little bit patient. He doesn't want to full send on that Lancelot. I do think that is the right idea. The Lancelot does come out with his ultimate. So that's going to be one utility used on the side of 9THEIVES. And the Lord, quite healthy right now. Does get chunked out, but Hayabusa looking to see if he's able to grab up a kill. Unfortunately, unable to grab anything, but does back out a lot of the players on side of GOP. The
Why?
Flicker Limited
Jumping
Blast
down
does
the
come
higher.
out. And a lot of the damage does come through, but it just seems like the side of GOP is going to be the one that comes out on top of that, as they get a 2-for-1 trade advantage for.
Not enough damage. Can we get an item check?
The item check will be coming up right here. Claude has both of his Trinity build, looking to finish up that third, potentially going for a Corrosion or even the Wind of Nature. Lolita standard, right? You go for the immortality, you go for the dominance into an Athena's. Anything special? The Lancelot opting to go for a very physical damage heavy, and I don't know if I agree. Blade of Heptacy's second item, compared to, let's say, a Guardian's Helmet, a War Axe, a Thunderbelt, I feel like they just need a little bit more front line. So I can't 100% say I agree with it.
Yeah, because Lolita isn't really a true frontline.
Yeah, he wants to be in the back to set.
Client gone bot.
Yeah.
Beatrix.
Talk about
Oh,
the
that's a
true.
lot for them.
Yeah, talk about the true front line though. Lolita's not doing too bad, but kind of want to put the focus on the Dreadnought coming out from Game of Thrones. They got 2 Dreadnought, 1 on the glue, 1 on the Valier. It's definitely going to help the Valier a lot. Some spells are being used onto the bot side, and man, Anna on this Hayabusa is so annoying. He's able
Wow.
to get that kill and get away completely free. The Retribution does come out, and also the Blade of Heptacy's, but unfortunately does end up getting outplayed from the side of Game of Thrones. Not looking so good for the side of 9THEIVES. Glue using his little grab, little dart. I don't even know what it's called, but definitely completely bodying the side of 9THEIVES. And wow, another kill coming out. That is just a little bit too tough. And the flick play also does come out, but Noble playing quite clean. He's feeling himself definitely on this marksman. It honestly makes me surprised, right? Like, you got a guy that can play marksman, you got a guy that loves this Esmeralda, but before that, Beatrix able to take up another kill, grabbing up that legendary. He's underneath the tower, able to pick up a double kill, looking to go for that triple kill. The wind does get popped, and a triple kill does
In the
get popped.
fountain.
Yeah, in the fountain. That's a 5-for-0 trade on the side of Game of Thrones. Looking to camp the base a little bit, trying to go for a maniac
I feel like it should a savage.
and a savage.
That's kind
That
of
almost
crazy.
feels disrespectful.
It does just a little bit, but good job, guys. Good job.
Victory!
Yeah, a savage come out from Beatrix. A 3-0 sweep for the side of Game of Thrones. 21-9 is going to be the score. 14-minute game. MVP goes to Bonobo once again. He went MVP on the last 2 games on the marksman. So you definitely had a great run this time. I don't think he got MVP of the last game. I think Anna was the one that got MVP on the Granger in the game 2. But game 1, Bonobo was the one that had the Esmeralda. So you could go flex Esmeralda. He could go into a traditional marksman and do extremely well. So once again, we definitely see the showcase. The hero pools coming out from Game of Thrones is just a little bit too much to handle. Any closing thoughts? Logos?
I joined pretty late, but
No,
Wow.
you're fine. It's a good game.
Game of Thrones was just too clean in the rotations, too clean on the team fights.
Yeah, it feels like Game of Thrones, they have the tactics in the jungle. The rotations come out from the jungle is nice. Rotations
Yeah.
coming out from the mage and the roam is also very nice.
Yeah. Especially with the last patch, having those early game rotations on point is impactful throughout the early and mid game.
Yes, definitely impactful. Sosa, hello, welcome. Anna looking like me on Hyatt, that's crazy. Overrated, what's up? Welcome. Sir Unknowns, let's see. Why is Valier bullying Lolita on the base? I like Athena's casting skill. Athena, if you don't know what to say when your turn's cast, just say everything UA said was on point. I agree.
Everything Yue said this entire time was on point, guys. I agree. Very, very intellectually stimulating.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Wow.
All right, guys, we're gonna go on a small break. I don't know if it's a commercial break, but
Commercial break.
commercial break.
Bye.
Bye.
Drink some water, guys.
Yeah. Stay thirsty. Nah, don't stay thirsty. Stay
No,
hydrated, my
stay
friends.
hydrated. Yeah.
Stay hydrated, my friends. But if you're out there hunting, man, good luck. We'll be back.
Ew.
But you also chose an organization that's different from mine, right? So you're gonna be wanting their best, but I'm gonna be wanting my best, and a lot of the times these two just cannot cross together. Sometimes it can. If you're communicating good enough, you're truthful and you're honest and you talk about it, I feel like it can.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's where you took
I
a
don't
very
think
strong
we've had a
stand.
problem.
Yeah, I think that's where you
I
took
don't
a
think we've
stand.
ever had a problem.
But I would definitely say, you know, there's others where, you know, it shows. Right? One thing goes wrong, boom, out. Or maybe I feel like I want to be here this day. I want to be with them the next day, and they jump around. Or they want to be here, but the other people, you know, they also want to be them, and they can't make a decision. And that's where I think Zlato kind of falls on. No,
see.
it's not. I mean, offense or not, that's up to you to decide. I give no fucks at this point. If I say no offense, it doesn't matter to me. It's just more so like.
Wait, what happened? Wait,
Here,
I zoned out.
I'll talk about a story. There's a guy named Shiro back in the days, and there's a guy named Wrath. And me and Basic don't fuck with each other. It's not more so that we don't fuck with each other. He just treats people generally bad. And I like to treat people generally good. So I don't want to associate myself with him. He comes through my service sometimes, but he's one of the band people, actually, and I just don't care about him. Too much of a hassle to deal with, and what the fuck is he moving? Oh, Ken's on the other side. But basically, those two were underneath me. Wrath would always jump into my streams, talk to me, jump into the VCs, communicate with me, want to get to know me, buddy me up, right? Very similar situation with you. Whether it is that or it's not, that's just my perspective.
Oh, okay.
And
okay, I get it.
he tries to buddy me up, but it's okay. People do that all the time. That's how things move. That's how people social. There's nothing wrong with that. But one day, you know, he ends up we can talk about Shiro. I raised him. He ends up leaving like he was shit talking a lot of people, and I always told him, man, your fucking personality is garbage, bro. You remind me of Basic but with no skills. Basic has the skill, but personality is garbage. Now this guy is both garbage in personality and in skill. Then what the fuck are you trying to do, bro? You're just trying to make everyone's life miserable here. You're trying to put other people down so you can feel better about yourself. That's like stepping on people. That happens all the time. So I'm super against that. He ends up joining Basics' server and then starts playing with them. Cool. Told him, bro, stay there. That's fine. He ends up asking me for a scrim. To scrim Basics team. And I'm like, bro, you and I have gone through such a long time. You know how I feel, and you still want to buddy up on somebody that doesn't care about your general well-being and will toss you like a piece of garbage when he wants to? And you are idolizing somebody like that, and you want to butter up somebody like that. That's when I step in and say, no, I'm good. You're done. Stay there. Keep them. And I've done that plenty of times already.
Well, okay. Wait, I want to say something.
Go ahead.
You know, I totally get it. And honestly, that's kind of why, like, I try my best not to really buddy in a way. Buddy you up. Because, I mean, like, I just kind of wait till we cross paths. That's when I start talking to you. Because, like, I understand that, like, you know, when people come to you, you're always going to feel like, hey, they're probably just coming to me.
Welcome back. I know a lot of you guys were in the background listening to some of the conversations. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, make sure to just contact me. Definitely would like to talk about some stuff. But guys, welcome back to the 9THEIVES tournament hosted by Moontune by the 9THEIVES Discord server. The link is in the description, pinned out on the top. And today we had a very exciting A77. We had a very exciting 9THEIVES versus Game of Thrones match. Game of Thrones was able to take that series 3-0. Now we get to see Imperium versus A77, and man, quite the game here. You know what's funny? Like, oh nah, bro.
What?
I'm guys, welcome back. Sorry, just a little bit of technical difficulties. We already have the first phase drafts already coming through. Imperiums versus A77 is the match. Best of 5 series for the semifinals for the 9THEIVES Grand Tournament. We have Imperium on the blue side and A77 on the right side. First phase ban is already over, including the draft. You have the Paquito. Man, is it Pac or is it Paquito? What is it, Athena?
Honestly, I don't know, but I really am liking the lineups on both sides so far. I am enjoying the Leslie, the Grok, and the Kadita. Those are all super good early picks. But on the other side, we do also have the Valentina and Terizla. So I don't know. I'm excited to see what the rest of the lineup will be.
Yeah, the Leslie has been banned out towards Ricky for a very long time. So for him to be able to pick up a comfort hero is quite nice. But a Leslie first pick seems a little bit too overboard in that sense. Who do we got here? Is that Unis? That is fucking Unis. On the other hand, the Terizla first pick, quite a good hero. The X-Borg being banned out. I'm surprised they didn't pick up the X-Borg in the first phase. The Valentina is one of the best mages in the game right now, and with no mage being banned up, I don't really think Valentina is that big of a impact. It's a very high priority as one of the best mages, but there's still a lot of other options that Imperium can decide to choose, and they do go with the Kadita, which is a very nice pick. We've seen him on it. Rose on this Brody, definitely picking the counter matchup to that Leslie. Brody does well early game, and if he's able to dominate his lane and get a few snowballs, he's definitely going to have the edge. But Leslie definitely has that late game potential. Now, second phase ban being on the board, the Fredrin, the Martis, both being taken out, and the X-Borg and Lance. And those are 4 junglers, and with A77 picking up this Boxia, man, I don't know what Ken is going to be looking to take here.
Exorcist of the dragon spirit here.
I don't know either, but we do also see the YZ being picked up. I know that's one of Genji's favorites.
A technical issue, but we back. But yes, Genji fan favorite. He loves this Yuzong. He also has a pretty good Edith. But I'm not sure why he did not choose the Edith instead of the Yuzong here. Maybe because if he did choose Edith, that would be a little bit too heavy on the magic side. And typically when you go heavy on the magic side along with the Leslie, enemies don't have to build armor. They could just go for health items. And magic resist items have the most health in the game. We're talking about Radiant, Athena's, Oracle, especially when you compare it to something like a Blade Armor and Dominance Ice. So going for a physical damage XP along with the Jawhead really completes their draft, because not only do they have to build the Athenas, even with just an Athenas, I feel like if Kohari has a decent game, he should be able to burst through. But A77 looking to last pick, and they're looking for a roam. Athena, take a wild guess.
Well, I actually was gonna say maybe a Florin or an Angela here, and it does look like they are gonna pick up the Angela.
I like the Angela pick. It's worked quite well. It's definitely a combination that Imperium likes to use themselves. It's definitely something that I like to use myself. And with the Boxia being in the jungle, it definitely is going to be taking this Angela to the next level. Angela can build very, very aggressively. Aggressive as in Glass Cannon, Magic Boots, Fleeting Time, Ice Queen Wand, Necklace of Endurance. There's a lot of options that the Angela can build. But I do want to check out some of the all-in. So he does have Tenacity, so it's not a complete Glass Cannon. So Angela still has a little bit of defense. San's going with the Brave Smite. That's quite cool. But, you know, overall, I do feel like all the emblems are pretty normal. Now,
Standard.
the standard question comes out to you, Athena. Which draft do you like the most here?
I mean, personally, I've always been a really big fan of the Kadita YZ combo, especially with that double petrify. I feel like it's a really good. Oh, they have requested a pause here. Nice. I do like the Kadita Yuzong combo, especially with the double petrify. I think it gives a lot of early advantage depending on the rotations coming out from the blue side. But over on the red side, I mean, it's an Angela with the Voxia.
That's hard.
Not to mention, exactly. Not to mention, Terizla just has a beautiful early game in general. So
Yeah, you touched on the Boxia, Angela, the Terizla. They have three magic damage dealers going down mid and 2 physicals from both these sides. So it's actually quite well-rounded from the side of A77s. But on the other hand, Imperium, they do have the double petrify that you kind of talked about. And double petrify definitely tells me that it might be an early game. But guys, we're gonna go for a short minute of break, I think. Yeah, so please give us a couple minutes while we work this out. Guys, we're gonna show the game, but we're gonna be on mute. Welcome everyone. Welcome back. A little bit of a technical difficulties. I'm so sorry, but once again, congratulations to Imperium, able to take this very first match. The overall score is going to be 17-16, so quite a bit of macro plays come out from both teams. Very macro oriented in my opinion. But the kill is still relatively high, so it's still kind of a bloodbath. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but Ricky MVP, congratulations, man. You do you. We'll be back.